Everyone, it's Mike from SEOTpreneur. This is episode number 11 of the TPT blog question and answer class, where I go through some of the things about WordPress and things that you may not know. And this is informed based on conversations I have with TPT sellers like you who are trying to figure out how to get their TPT blogs the way they should. Now, a couple of things. I didn't go to the town hall, the TPT town hall, but my understanding from chatting with people who were there is that I guess TPT sales are down. I guess some school boards in the States are putting the TPT website behind a firewall, which means that if you're at school and you're on your prep and you're needing something quick and easy to get from TPT, you can't do that anymore because you can't go to TPT on your computer at school. And so my understanding is you can still go to your computer at home and download it and then use it at school, but you won't be able to go directly to TPT. All right. And so I imagine, I'm not in Facebook groups, but I imagine there's a panic about like, oh my gosh, TPT is going down. This is a business. They're a large business. They're okay. They're going to figure things out. Really, the question is, how do we future-proof our TPT blogs and TPT businesses in a way that we can ride the storm and still have us available to teachers searching on their preps, even though TPT is banned or TPT is blocked at their school by IP. And the way that we do that is with a TPT blog, we build the authority so that people can know about us. They find us through Google search. They land on our TPT website and they see that, our TPT blog website. And so all of these things here, instead of pointing our traffic to our TPT product page, I think the strategy we should be using as TPT sellers is pointing all of our traffic to our website. So our TPT website becomes our place where we establish trust and authority and expertise and experience in our TPT product niche so that teachers will find us on their preps at school and be like, oh, I really like this stuff. And they love it so much that they become engaged followers of your store. And then they are willing to go to your TPT, like, oh, I can't go to your sales mechanism, but I still like your stuff. So they know about us. So they want to find out about us. So bottom line, it means that if we want to future proof, then our website becomes the authority piece here. And then that goes to our sales mechanism with which is the sales product. And masterclass number 2 talks more about TPT stuff. Today's episode, what I'm going to talk about is how we unlock this simple hidden menu option on your WordPress TPT blog that you don't know about, but it's important. And if you unlock this simple hidden feature on your menu, then it means you can keep traffic on your TPT blog. All right. So how do we do this? Let's talk about TPT menu or TPT blog menus, WordPress sites. So we're going to talk about how to change the words in your TPT blog menu. We're going to talk about the location of the menu and submenus. I'm going to show you this hidden option, which is how to keep traffic on your TPT blog. And then I'm going to talk about strategies about how to use your menu stuff. So let's do this. And this is based on conversations I have with TPT sellers when I coach them on how to get their WordPress blog up and running and as powerful as it can be. It's their unfair advantage. So I have a test demo site here, and this is on the SEOTpreneur Hub, right? And this is WordPress. This is what WordPress looks like today. And if I go to the back end, if I go to dashboard, I can go to appearance and themes. And so something to know about WordPress is every now and then they update, I guess every year, they update a new theme that is based on the best practices or the direction that WordPress is going in. So right now it's 2023, but previously it was 2022, 2021. When I start a brand new site on 2023 on WordPress, I can go here to appearance and there's no menu option. And this is really alarming if you've used WordPress before. So I can see that there's a menu here. It says sample page. This is the default settings, but how do I edit that menu? Well, if I go to dashboard, it's not showing up here and I get very nervous. And what that is, it's not actually a bug with the way that WordPress works now is that they're moving things towards this editor section here. So if I go to appearance editor, and in the editor, there are ways for us to change the navigation, to change the menus on WordPress, right? I'm not going to do it this way because I'm not actually used to seeing WordPress this way. I'm used to having it with the menus, but I understand that this is the way that it's going to. So if you don't have the menu option showing up right away, it's probably because you're using a new theme or the WordPress 2023 theme that's based on this editor process. So I'm actually going to switch this from appearance. I'm going to switch the theme to the previous theme, 2023, 2022. So let's go here. I'm going to activate this 2022. And this version of WordPress, let's see. If you had 2022, oh, are you using the editor? You are. Okay. I don't want to go to 2022. Let's go to 2021. So I think 2021 was the last version. There we go. So now we have menus showing up here on the side. So if I go to menus, this is where I can control what menus show up here. So I'm going to go with my sample menu. I'm going to create this menu here. This is going to be my primary menu. I'm going to save here. And now if I click on add to menu here, here's my sample page. Let's sample this. Let's view this on the front side here. Here we go. So here's the sample page. Now, I might want to have a link to my TPT store. So I'm going to go to teacherspayteachers.com. Here's my Teachers Pay Teachers store. I'm going to copy this as a URL. Going to give it a second to load. My internet will probably be slow because I'm broadcasting here. So if you're watching this now, hey, someone just popped on. Hey, thanks for watching. If you're watching this later on, I am going to show us right now how to do some cool things with the WordPress menu on TPT. I want to link to my TPT store. So I'm going to go back to my theme or to my menu. So here's my menu here. I'm going to add a custom link. Here's the URL, and I'm going to right here, store. And I'm going to click add to menu. All right, so menus on TPT, they don't auto-save. I have to manually click this button to save the menu. It says save menu has updated. I'm now going to visit my site on the front end. And so now I can see here sample page and store. Let's say I really want the store to be on the front here. All I need to do is click and drag that up here and then hit save menu. So it's just click and drag and I can move it around. There's my store. Okay, so how do I change the words? Let's say I have a really long blog post. So you'll know from a previous episode that I talk about, and in fact, let's just go here to the YouTube channel, the SEOTpreneur channel. If I scroll down here to live stream show, I have here, this is how people find your blog, tell us to TP, like, so you can control, I had this awesome headline one. How to see who visits. This is how people find your blog. How to do keyword research. Okay. Maybe it's in this one. How to tell people. Let's go with that. Anyways, I can go with Monster Insights, which is this free headline tool, and I can come up with a catchy headline, right? So let's say I'm writing a blog post about, and I'm going to actually do this. So 5 facts about 5 things you didn't know about TPT blogs. Let's pretend that's what it is. Let's analyze that. Let's just see how good this is. 71 score. Let's say I'm going to try to come up with a better thing. I'm going to use power words here. So if I just scroll down here, expert, download, important, the truth about, results, lost. This is what you need to know. Okay, so this is what you need to know about TPT blog menus. Let's see how that headline is. If I analyze that, 81, good enough for now. Let's run with that. So this is what you need to know about TPT blog menus. And let's pretend I'm adding this as a blog post menu and exciting stuff here. And let's just publish this for the sake of publishing this. I'm ready to publish. All right. So now if I go back onto my website, if I view this, let's say that this is something that I think is really important and it should be at the top here. No problem. I'm going to go to here. I'm going to click on posts. I think I need to refresh this page just so I can see it live. Here we go. Here's my most recent post. I'm going to post that. I'm going to add it to the menu because I think that's important. If I hit save menu and if I view my page here, here we go. All right. So now I can see this is really long. This is what you need to know about TPT blog menus. Okay. That's too long. I want to change that. So if I go to menu, if I edit this, I can edit the words here. TPT blog menu, menu pro tips. Okay, pro tips. I don't know. I'll come up with a better title, but let's say that's what it is right now. I click on save menu. And if I preview this, here we go, right? Pro tips. So that's how you change the words with the menus. Let's say I want to move that forward. All right, I'm going to move that forward. Let's get rid of this here. So I'm going to move this forward over here. Pro tips, blog menu, save menu. All right. So I'm going to make another post here. I'm going to make a page. I'm going to leave this. And let's say this is the absolute. So this is the, I don't know, what do they call them? They call them, okay, I don't know, like the ultimate guide to making a TPT blog. All right, so let's say here, that's my thing, and stuff about making a TPT blog. Okay, so let's say I publish this. Let's say this is my keystone post here. I'm going to go back to the menu page. So I'm going to click here to the dashboard. Let's go to the dashboard. I'm going to go appearance, menus. So that's a really important page. I'm going to post that to my menu here, the ultimate guide here. And I know I can change the title here, ultimate guide to making a TPT blog. All right. Oh, nope, I didn't spell that right. Ultimate guide. Here we go. Let's save menu here. I'm going to update this page. Here it is, ultimate guide to making TPT blog. All right, so I need to figure out how to change the location to submenus. Submenus are super, super easy. All you have to do for a submenu is you just indent things. So let's say I want to put this pro tips. It's about blog menus, which is really about making a TPT blog. All I have to do is just indent it. And it's as easy as that. It just becomes a submenu. So let's save this menu. Let's view this site on the front end. So let's view site. Here we go. And now I have the submenu with this pro tip menu under there. Let's say I want to put this sub page underneath the menu here. So I'm going to put this sample page. I can put it like as a sub menu, but I just want to have it on the same level of indent. So I'm going to save that menu. Here we go. And now I have two options here, and it's tidier, but the menu is super important because it helps humans navigate your web page and it helps people navigate your TPT blog. Okay, so now we are at the secret sauce here, and I'm excited to show you because this is a hidden option. It didn't used to be a hidden option, but every now and then WordPress tidies things up to make it more user-friendly, and they hid this option. Here's the problem we have. This is a demo site, and I'm going to click on store, and I'm going to go to the store here to see what you have. And then let's say I go here. I don't like that page, so I'm going to close it. And now you've lost that traffic. That visitor was on your TPT blog, but they didn't like going to the store. They closed the page, and now you've lost them. How do you do this secret trick to keep them on your page? Okay, so I'm going to open this. So basically, that's awkward. Is it not live? Oh, it's because it's cached. So I just broke the cache here. Okay, so I need to make this store open up in a new link. And if you make this store open up in a new link, then if they don't like the store and they close it, you keep the traffic. The problem is when you open this up, it's not obvious how to make it an open up in a new tab. And that is the secret option that is hidden. And you would never find this unless someone told you about this. It is not option at all. The way to find it is you go up here and you click on screen options. And underneath the screen options here, you click on show advanced menu properties and you open up link target, right? And now I can hide this. And now when I open up my store thing, there's this new option here that says open link in a new tab. It should be there because this is important, but apparently they want to hide it. So I'm going to click on save menu. What does this mean? This means that when I go to my new tab here, so imagine you're a visitor on your site, you're clicking around here, you're visiting the pro tips. I want to see these pro tips. So it's going to go to, I want to go to the sample page. So here's my sample page. Here's the ultimate guide. Right, here's the ultimate guide. Let's say, okay, I'm interested in going to your store. If I click on store, now it opens up in a new tab, which means if they go to the store like, oh, I don't want to buy something from here, then they close that page. They land up on your TPT blog. So you haven't lost that traffic. They're still able to navigate around and keep on reading things. And I remember Neil Patel. I can't remember where, but he said basically make all of your links open up in a new tab. And I think this is why, because if they close that tab, like they go somewhere they don't want to be there, then they're still on your page. So that is a supercharged way that you can use to keep traffic on your TPT blog, right? You still want to send the traffic to your TPT store. That's super important, right? So remember, the game plan here is our website becomes our central hub of authority, expertise, trust, experience with your TPT blog site. And eventually you build up so much trust, right? They know about you, they trust you, they know about you, they like you, they trust you. And when they trust you, they buy from you. And so even though TPT might be blocked from your website or from your school board website, it's not blocked at home. And because you're building this relationship with your teachers, then they trust you, they buy from you later on because they trust you enough, right? And so the sales mechanism, I'm still going to use TPT as my sales mechanism because I'm happy to give them 20% of my earnings so that I don't have to manage an e-commerce platform and figure out how to do TPT sales or like sales tax and like making sure things are up and running so I can focus on content creation. So now let's talk about strategy, because if you make your, and this is something that I have to do right now, so I'm going to show you and then I'm going to work on my own site. You want your website to have an obvious navigation stuff where basically, if I hover over here, you want to have keystone content, like content that you want all of your posts to drive traffic to, right? So basically, I want this ultimate guide to making a TPT blog post to be really important. And then I want my TPT blog menu, which is kind of like a subtopic, to point up to this main topic. And I've done keyword research. So with my clients, we'll like while we're chatting, we'll look into like SEMrush and we'll dig into what the topic should be, like what the keywords are supposed to be. So we are very strategic in what keywords we put up here in this menu, right? So by being strategic here with that top level menu, we're trying to go for those keywords, and then all the sub menus go and point up to that keyword. And this is important because people navigating your site, as they find you and they're reading about your site and they're hopping around, whatever's up here you thought was important enough to put as your keystone page, right? So we're being strategic with this. One of the things, so let's look at a live application of this. I'm going to go to my EduCircles website. And on EduCircles, I have decided that I'm going to try to niche down and become an expert as an Ontario Language 2023 curriculum expert. And so that's why this is right here at the front here. And if I click on that, I go to this Ontario Language 2023 curriculum lesson plan activities. I probably want, I haven't really figured out exactly how I'm going to do this. I do need to play with this a little bit, but I do have a landing page where basically here's my landing page, and it leads to a ConvertKit page here. And from here, it goes to the funnel, right? It goes to like, hey, get the newsletter, but then it also goes to the products that eventually I'm trying to sell, because this lends itself perfectly with the new curriculum. So what I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to go to my menu. So I'm going to go to educircles.org. I think I'm live signed in here. I'm going to go to dashboard, and I'm still going to play with this. I'm trying to decide really here, but maybe what I'm going to do just to tidy up the menu is I'm going to go to menu. I may or may not stick with this. I might change it later on. I'm going to go to custom links. Here's my custom link. And then I'm just going to put Ontario, right? So I'm going to click add to menu. So there it is. It's nice. It's simple. It's short. It's sweet. I'm going to go up to the very top here. And then I'm going to put Ontario Language 2023 lessons as a submenu. Okay. And because I use Cloudflare to protect my site, there was that little verification page. All right, let's just see what this looks like. So now it says Ontario. Most people will probably click on that, right? They probably, and so then I can I had to sort of figure out how I'm going to do this. I haven't entirely thought this through, but one of the things that I'm thinking about is, so in here I have Ontario Language 2023 curriculum, lesson plans, and activities. But I think I want to start to build on like people looking for Ontario Language 2023 curriculum. So what I started to do here was I did create a page here. At least I think I did. Maybe it's Ontario 2023 curriculum. Here we go. Is that it? I started to create a page which captures all of these pages here. Because my thought is I'm going to do, I'm doing this weekly. So I'm trying to build myself by constantly creating content to show myself like, hey, I really am an expert about this Ontario Language 2023 curriculum. And the way that I'm going to do that is not only by saying that I'm an expert, but actually showing that I'm an expert. And by publishing this weekly series of free resources about how I am building up this expertise, right? Like, so I'm going to do this weekly podcast. And so what I need to do here is I need to start to, like, as I post these episodes, and you can see here, I made a custom post type here for Ontario Language 2023 curriculum. So I want basically that to be the hub so that when people find it, then they can see all the stuff that I've written about Ontario Language 2023 curriculum. So maybe I need to make this like, but then I have this chat GPT. So I'm talking this through here in this process because it's a process, right? Like so maybe I want this to be part of the menu. I'll make it prettier later on, but basically so that people can pop here and then they can sort of go dive a little bit longer because I have lesson plans as one, and maybe this is the root page here. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my menu page here. So customize. No, I'm going to go to the dashboard or hover over here. Let's click on menu. I have this new post type. Oh, interesting. It doesn't show up here. Okay, so I'm going to add it as a custom post. Where are you going to be? I'm going to have it as a custom link here, and I'm going to call it Ontario Language 2023 curriculum. Okay, so I'm going to add to the menu here. So I'm going to hover up here. Okay, and then over here, I think this page here was about lesson plans and activities. Lessons and activities. Activities. Okay. Ooh, open link in a new tab. I could do that. I'm going to change this one to open link in a new tab so I don't lose their traffic. Maybe I'll do that for all of them. Okay. That's a work in progress. Open link in a new tab. Let's hit save now. All right. So I'm going to save that. Let's just check the front page. Okay. So now I have Ontario Language 2023 curriculum, lessons and activities. We're playing keyword bingo here, but if it looks spammy, people won't like. So if it looks spammy to people, it'll look spammy to the machine algorithm. So let's just assume that. But for now, I'm going to leave it here. So Ontario, if they click on that, oh, it's a landing page. I don't like that. So they close it. I haven't lost their traffic. That's the key, right? Okay. So now if I go back here and if I click on menus here, if I go back to the menu here, okay, I really want to click on this curriculum. So I'm going to have to tidy this up because this is going to have a high bounce rate because people who are looking for the curriculum, this is not the curriculum. They'll bounce away. But I need to think about how maybe I make it Ontario Language 2023 instead of the curriculum. I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to word this. No, I do like that. So I'm going to change that right now, actually. So let's edit this page. And I'm just going to change the title here. Ontario Language 2023 curriculum ideas. Okay, so let's hit update. I'm going to change the menu. All right, so I'm going to change this so it doesn't say curriculum ideas. Now, let's just go with 2023. Okay, save menu. All right, so some of you are wondering, and no, some of you aren't wondering this, but you won't know this. If I go into an incognito window and I click on this page here, Oh, it has updated it. That's so interesting here. Normally, sometimes if you don't see the change happen right away, it's because it's being cached by some level of WordPress, either by your browser or by your server or by Cloudflare if you're using something like that. So oftentimes what I need to do is I need to clear the cache. So let's just go over here to EduCircles. EduCircles is actually hosted on SEOTpreneur. So I'm just going to go there now. Bear with me. Here we go. So here's SEOTpreneur. So the way to clear the cache is super simple. All I need to do is just go to hosting. Let's go to hosting option here and clearing the cache. So if you don't see changes happen right away when you're not logged in, it's usually because you need to clear a cache. So I'm going to clear the static server cache. The static server cache is the photocopy of the page. So I'm going to clear the cache. Here we go. So let's clear the static server cache. I'm going to hit continue. So you can do this with SEOT hosting. Give it a second. It's thinking. So it's clearing all the photocopies of that page. And so oftentimes, if I make a change to a page and I don't see it live, it's because of this. Sometimes I don't see the change live if I made it to like a setting, like a menu setting, for example. So in that case, I might clear the entire object cache. And so basically, the way WordPress works, the way websites work is they load these little objects because your web page is actually made of a bunch of these PHP objects, and then that's saved as a whole photocopy. But once you delete the photocopy of the whole page, it's going to reconstruct these objects based on the photocopy of the objects. So if the menu has changed, then you need to clear that photocopy cache. Either way, if I clear both of those caches, then when I view the page, and if I'm not logged in, so if I view a page on a new browser, for example, in Microsoft Edge, I can see that the changes have been made live. So that's it. Bottom line, the most important takeaway you need to do is when you are using WordPress, make sure you go to screen options and make sure you turn on this hidden feature link target, because if you don't turn on link target, then when you go to the menu section here, it doesn't show up. It doesn't mean it's cleared the options, it's just hiding it. So when I click on link target, that's how you change the setting. If you have questions about TPT blogs or about TPT in general, leave a message. And if you like this stuff, if you think you want to start a WordPress blog for your TPT stuff, leave a comment below because I can help you get started in an unfair way compared to other TPT sellers. All right, we'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye now.